welcome to Working Wednesday, everyone. This is me in my true self. There is no makeup this Working Wednesday. Thank goodness for a ring light, am I right? So today we are talking about how to grow your business as a voiceover artist. So how you can go from just yourself in that sound-treated closet to starting to have people that you partner with regularly or perhaps have on retainer to help you, and how you can decide who you need, when you need them, and who to hire and in what order that works best for you. Okay, so as it stands currently for me, I have 3 people that I have on a monthly retainer who I work with every month in the same capacity, and then I have another person that I work with in a project-by-project basis. So these people are, in the order that I started working with them, I have an audio editor that I started working with first. The reason I decided to start looking for an audio editor as the first person that I got help from is because audio editing is my least favorite thing to do. It sucks up a large amount of my time. I'm not especially proficient at it, and I don't really enjoy it. So as soon as I had a regular flow of projects coming in, I knew that I could maximize my time by finding someone who could help me with the audio editing on the post-production end. So I found a friend, his name is Josh. I'd worked with him before, part of my creative community, and he's lovely and wonderful at audio editing and actually enjoys it. So it's a win-win. I get something I dislike off my plate, and Josh gets something that he enjoys on his plate, and plus I get to make more money by taking on more projects, and I get to pay Josh and he makes more money too. And one of the main reasons that I started my voiceover and writing business is that I wanted to help other people. I wanted to solve problems, I wanted to lend my skills to people who needed those skills, and I wanted to be part of interesting projects. And so within my business, I like to not only help other people myself, but be the catalyst for helping other people around me and growing an arts community. So when I hire someone else, it serves that mission by being like, okay, great, I'm making money and now you're making money. So it's sort of a pay it forward situation. Then the next step that I took in deciding who to hire was, what is something that I can easily teach someone else to do? Something that I do regularly, but could be easily, the information could be easily given to someone else so that they could do just as well as me very quickly. And for that, I decided I could get someone to help me answer inquiries, because I get a lot of inquiries through freelance websites and through my email that are like, hey, what is this pricing? Hey, how do you do this? Hey, are you free for blah, blah, blah? And usually I'm responding in a template-like manner. I'm like, here are my rates. Yes, I'm available. Here's when I'm free next, right? So it's something that I could easily teach someone else to do. So I found someone else who I also love and have worked with before. Her name is Courtney, and she answers inquiries for me. And as we've worked together for a couple of years, we've started expanding her role into helping me edit blog posts that I write, following up with clients who perhaps are missing information or we don't have things from them. She keeps projects moving forward, and I pay her regularly, like on a monthly basis for an hourly way, and also a commission-based payment. So whatever she brings in, she gets a percentage of as well. So that works the same way that working with Josh works. I like to partner with people so that, yeah, I can pay them money and make it beneficial for them to work for me. So that is the next person that I decided to hire. In that same sort of category of who can take something off my plate, is I decided to start working with someone to help me with social media as well. And in this vein, I looked for someone who was more of an expert than me, because I was just like flying by the seat of my pants as far as social media went. I was like, I know I need social media, but it's draining a lot from me to figure out what to post and how to do it and how to keep it consistent. So I went and found someone who I did not know before. I found someone lovely named Olivia. Olivia is in sort of 2 categories of how I decide who to bring onto the team next. She's in the category of something, actually she's kind of in all 3 categories. Something I don't really love to do, something that I could help I could train someone to do just as well or better than me, and someone who helps me grow. And that's kind of the third category that I look at bringing on people with. So let's look at that one next. So the third category of people that I look at bringing on my team are people who can help me grow. So Olivia for sure is one of those people with social media. Social media helps me grow, and she has expertise that I do not in that area. And so it was more efficient monetarily and time-wise for me to bring on someone else rather than to go get social media expertise. So I brought on Olivia, and the other person I brought on in that category is a friend of mine named Kane. So this is someone I already knew who is an excellent videographer, and I also didn't really have that skill because these are the kinds of videos I can edit here. You're seeing it right now, and he has a lot more skills in that way. He's a filmmaker and videographer, so I brought him on originally to help me put together my courses. So I have some do-it-yourself become voiceover artist course and start writing professionally course that have been really helpful to a lot of people, and they would have looked very homemade and janky if it weren't for Kane. So I brought him on board to help me with those, and also now I have a YouTube channel and he's helping me edit videos for that each week. So I brought on Kane because one, I love him and he's very talented, and two, expertise that I do not, and three, it helps the business that I'm running to grow. Okay, so the reality is of bringing on people that you are running, like I said, a remote team. They're not going to be in the room with you. They're certainly not going to be in your tiny recording closet because, in my case anyway, there's no room for other people in there. We squished. So, running a remote team requires really good and consistent communication. Each week I get on the phone with Courtney, my assistant, and we talk through the week and through things that are going on, and we make sure and touch base on the phone. Other ways to keep that communication up are I do a lot of constant texting with both Courtney and with Josh, audio editor, and email has been proved the best way for Olivia and Kane and I to stay in touch. So really it's whatever works best. In my opinion, whatever works best for the person you're communicating with. If they prefer email, I'm on board, I'll do email. If they prefer text or they're quicker with text, I'm on board, do text. If they prefer a phone call, then figure out what works best. I'm not like always down for a phone call myself, but whatever works best, if you can keep it regular and open communication, and you're making sure and talking back and forth and staying up to date on what your project needs are and what the deadlines are and when things need to get finished. So communication is number one when you are running a remote team. Another thing that I find really helpful that I try to do when I'm talking with people or keeping projects on the go is be really encouraging. So communication, encouragement, and really understanding that your project is not the only thing going on in other people's lives. Courtney, my assistant, is a working actor in New York. She has tons of other projects going on, so our weekly communication is not just, here's what I need you to do for me, but it's also like, what's going on in your life? How does this week work for you? What can we expect from each other? Because we're all juggling lots of things. Josh, for instance, he works at home, but he also has a 2-year-old kid, and his wife is a nurse, so there's things going on, and he also is a working actor, so there's a ton of things we need to stay in communication about what's realistic, and I want to be understanding and encouraging of those other things as well, because I'm not paying people at this point. I'd love to have full-time employees, but right now that's not what I can afford, and that's not what makes sense for the business. So unless you have a full-time employee, you need to understand that the people you're working with have other things that they're doing. Their only job is not just working with you. So being understanding of that as well. So communication, encouragement, and understanding of whatever else is going on in their lives. And I feel like those are the main 3 things. 3 categories of hiring people. We want to hire people to do the things you do not want to do or you do not do well. You want to hire people to do the things that are simple and easy enough for you to train them to do quickly. Also, pay them for training. Don't be a stingy jerk. Do training, do paid training. And you want to pay people to help you do things that will help your business grow and thrive. And within all of those categories of hiring people, I like to personally Make sure that I am communicating to the best of my ability, being encouraging of not just the projects we're working on, but the other things that the people I'm working with are doing outside of our projects together, being understanding, sort of in that vein, understanding that you are not the life of that other person. They have other things going on in their lives, and appreciating people as a whole person, being the kind of boss that you want to be, remembering birthdays, sending nice extra money around Christmas time, and paying a fair wage and being understanding. So those are the main things we're talking about today, and I hope you have a lovely December, because oh my goodness, we're in December, and just growing and expanding your business and looking forward for 2022. How can you grow, and who can you partner with to help your business become more than it was in 2021? All right, bye friends.